Hello, and Happy New Year. Malik Currington here, the Family Budget Fisherman. I have an unboxing for you from FishUSA. If you remember, sometime during December, I had mentioned to you that I had some other unboxings from places that I had not shopped from. This one is, as you can read from the description, from FishUSA, but I also have one from Tackle Warehouse coming. I had a little bit of a problem. I wanted to purchase a gift card so I can get that 10% off. As you all might know, that 10% off actually expires on the 8th of January. And there are still a lot of 30% off deals that Tackle Warehouse is offering on the site that have been there since Black Friday. And I took advantage of a good number of them. And with that extra 10% off, now we're talking 35 to 40% off in total, as opposed to their standard. I think it was 20% off everything in the store and then 30% off of some items. So I'm going to take advantage of that with the items that I did purchase. And I hope that you all will be excited to see what I have purchased. So also, I want to thank all of you new subscribers. I am extremely excited and thankful that you've chosen this channel to both learn information, to share information, and just hang out and have a good time. I am hoping that I can continue giving you exactly what it is that you're looking for in this channel. And that is primarily both to either purchase, and this is something that I want to stress, to be able to purchase the best equipment that you can for the least amount of money that you have to outlay for it. And then, as we're going to talk about in some other episodes that are coming up, an opportunity for you to take a look at what you have and be able to save money by saying, hey, I don't have to go and buy that because I have something like that I can use. So you're going to have, there are two things that are going to be coming up in the next coming weeks that you'll be able to see. And for that reason, I wanted to mention to you, beginning with this video right here, every Tuesday and every Friday, there will be a video now. Before, it was just once per week, either on a Thursday or Friday, or if something happened, I didn't get it posted till Saturday. But from this day forward, there will every Tuesday and every Friday at, and I'm going to change the time to 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The posting will go up. Now, some things are going to happen where it's not going to always be at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time or California time. But rest assured, you're going to get a video every Tuesday and every Friday of each week. So I hope that you're happy with the new changes that have happened. With that, let's move on to the unboxing. So I have here this small box from FishUSA, okay? I'm going to tell you, to the chagrin of some of you bass anglers who are on the line, and as you can see, I've never opened it. I don't know if there are any crankbaits in here or big reaction baits in here, but it's going to be something that you can say, oh yeah, I can catch some bass with those. And I'm going to give you an interesting story about my own history with these baits. So I bought, as you know, and as you've seen on here, I buy mostly bass baits, but because I'm a multi-species fisherman, I also buy a lot of crappie baits, or baits that can be used for species other than bass. And so I got a lot of stuff that's in here And I spend a good amount of money. This one in this box, I did not purchase this box in order to save a lot of money. I think I've told you in an earlier video that there are times when you purchase something because you want that product. You just don't want to pay 100% for that product. And I think I only saved about 15 or 20%. Now, 20% off is good. 15% off is good because it's more than the taxes. Sometimes the house got to pay. So it's at least 15% off of everything in this box. At least 15%. And as you can see, it is filled to the brim. It's filled to the brim. So we're going to see what we have in here. Like I said, I haven't even checked to make sure that everything that I ordered was in here. I wanted to open this up with you. And here we go. So this is some 1 3/4 length crappie scrubs. It's in the albino shad right here. 1 3/4 inches. And here's the same length for the blue, silver, and chartreuse. Hang with me, bass anglers. Just hang with me. I'm going to explain a few things. Here is the crappie. This is the 2, I think this should be the 2-inch. I know it's a 15 pack, and I think this is the 2 or 2 1/4 inch crappie bait. As big as it is, I'm going to take it out. See them flaps on there? See that bait with those flaps on there? Pretty cool, huh? Tell me that bait couldn't catch a nice crappie. And while I'm going through this, for those of you who use the float and fly technique, you know this, and I'm going to bring this up on a later channel. I mean, a later video. The float and fly technique usually begins with a 1/16 ounce jig, meaning it's a crappie jig that they start off with on the float and fly. So these are definitely within the Megabass winter fishing apparatus. Here are some Fat Albert Chartreuse Pearl Curly Tails. If you guys remember me telling you before, I am a curly tail fisherman. These are, good Lord, why don't they have, I think these are 3.5 inches. They're at least 3 inches, and they're made by Zoom. It's like nobody wants to put the lengths on there anymore. Matter of fact, before I continue on, where's the manifest for this? There we go. Is this the manifest? No. We have a manifest. Okay, so, and I'm not going to be reading that. Yeah, those are 3 inches. Those Fat Alberts are 3 inches. 3 inches. So definitely a bass lure, to say the least. And then we have some more of those crappie snapjacks. I'm going to take it out. And this is by Mr. Crappie. And we'll hold it up. Strike King. Okay. Now, you would probably look at this and just be horrified to deal with it, to use this in a competitive situation. But that's definitely a good looking bait to use in many situations. And again, I think the snapjacks are 2 inches. Let me see. Let me look on here. No. The snapjacks are Electric Chicken. Snapjacks are 2 inches. Yep, they're 2 inches. Once again, we got some of the crappie scrubs. And let me open up so you can see this crappie scrub. You can see what it looks like. And it's got the little paddle tails there. Now, obviously, you know, you're not going for a 5 or 6 pound bass with that. You know, that's more for those of you who are multi-species or crappie fishermen. And a lot of bass people are crappie fishermen, which is kind of cool. Again, we got some more of those snapjacks, and we now know that they're all 2 inches because that's the color. I'm taking these out so you can both see them and then also see the fantastic colors that they have there. Okay. Now, here is some trick shots by Z-Man. Definitely bass finesse. And these are 3.5 inches. It's a 6-pack of 3.5 inches. And there are more. Of course, I got some more snapjacks. Maybe I should have gone through and collect. Oh, I showed you this color already. This is the black, and this is the white and chartreuse. Black and chartreuse, white and chartreuse. The electric chicken or pink and chartreuse. Okay. And then this is some more crappie scrubs. This is in a different color. These are some Yum crappie jigs. I remember asking my dad once, if you only had one bait to choose, what would it be? And this is when I was much younger. He said that it would be a 2-inch crappie jig. And so I think maybe that's where the rub comes from. This is a 2-inch smoke gray. It's called a smoked silver flake crappie grub. And once again, I'm going to tell you why I want for you bass people to really pay attention to this, because I'm going to bring this up again. So there's more of them here, more here. I'm not going to belabor the point there. I got some more 2-inch crappie jigs, because once again, I like to go for anything that's in the bush. I guess I got to open this one up to tear the package up to show it to you. That's kind of a smoke, and you can use that in clear water. Of course, there is a very dirty water place in the Knights Landing, Colusa County area that I like to fish. It's extremely muddy water where I like to fish, and I catch a lot of nice bass out of there, and I have to use clear lures like that because in this particular area, the bass go after the freshwater shrimp that are in the area, and they go by smell, and they're not going to chase something that they can see because they know they can't see those freshwater shrimp. They smell for them. And you can go down there with all your dirty water colors all you want, and you're going to get skunked. You need to go there with something clear that's got some smell to it if you want to catch those fish. So just to let you know, throwing baits like that in dirty water is not always the deal if you don't know that water. Okay, here's some lunker hunts right here. This is it's definitely a finesse bait, but I still want to check it out. This is a crawl. This is the oh, why doesn't it have it on the package? This is the Lunker Hunt Finesse Crawl, and the color is called Bama Crawl, and it's a 3-inch bait. Okay. I got some more of the trick shots. I got it in the Bad Shad, which can be a clear water bait, but remember I just told you about one experience that I had. This is in the Meat Dog color, trick shots. This is in the Deal. The Deal is actually one of my favorite colors from Z-Man. My favorite color combinations from Z-Man. So no matter what bait that I purchased with Z-Man, I always like to get it in that shade. And here's a color that I want to get with that I haven't seen, I haven't used right yet in that color. So, you know, Aaron's Magic, AKA Twilight, you know. Here's another one. This is a drop shot bait it's called Pro Series Zone. And this is a Brandon Polinick endorsed bait, 3 inches, three and a quarter inches long. Okay, we all know Brandon Polinick. So that's the end of the unboxing. And like I said, I got all these baits here because I needed to bulk up and update my crappie side as well. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of a big crappie. My biggest crappie is 4 pounds, 4 ounces. As you can see here right now, it's 4 pounds and 4 ounces. And I caught it in Clear Lake in a place called Shag Rock. And I could not catch that fish on a 1 1/4 ounce jig and so forth. Where I caught it, I was fishing with larger baits for bass. And I had earlier targeted the crappie, but we only kept catching those pounders and pound and a halfers. And I like to catch big crappie. I don't mind going and catching in open water and catching a big school of pound and a half crappie, 10-inch, 13-inch, 14-inch fish. But I much rather catch the occasional. My biggest was 19 and a half inches long, had a girth of, when you put it all, the tape measure all the way around was over 20-something inches. And she weighed 4 pounds, 4 ounces. And I keep stating that is because when you go for big crappie like that, as I like to pursue, big crappie that are at least 3 pounds and greater are not found in big schools of crappie, except under the most rare circumstances of mating. And even then, you're not going to get a lot. They're not big, gigantic schools like they are for the smaller fish. For the larger fish, you're going to get small to medium-sized schools. Most of the time, if you want to catch them throughout the year, they're going to be in the bushes next to a 3 or 4 pound bass. And just so that you know, 4 and 5 pound bass are not going to fool with no 3 or 4 pound crappie. They're just not, because the mouth of a 4 pound crappie can swallow, some 10-inch bass. If it wanted to eat it, he could eat it. He's eating crawdads with that bass. He's eating bluegill with that bass. They friends. They not enemies. Now, there might be a frenemy situation if it was lopsided, maybe a 10-pound bass and a 3-pound crappie, but bass that big don't even chase that many 3-pound fish. 10-pound fish don't chase a lot of 3-pound fish. You do have it on occasion, but it's just not a regular thing. Usually when you have big fish like that, they usually kind of respect one another. So the reason why I wanted for you bass folks to kind of hone in on this is because you got guys like me who've been out there. Ask guys who have been on the tournament trail. How big are the crappie that you're catching when you're going out there and you're drop shotting for bass? You're pitching and flipping for bass, and then you're pulling out this monster-sized crappie. How many of you all have gone fishing and have done that? Where you've gone out there and you said, okay, I'm about to slay these bass, and you go out there and you catching crappie that are bigger than the spotted bass that you're catching, or bigger than the smallmouth, or the same size as the largemouth. And the reason why is because, as I've said before, those big fish like to eat the same stuff. And once you get crappie that are eating crawdads, it's a big deal. So I say all that to say there are opportunities when you are downsizing as a bass fisherman or maintaining a certain size. My typical size for catching bass is any bait that is between 2 inches and 5 inches. That's pretty much where I am for over 90% of the bass that I look for. And that includes crankbaits, that includes soft baits, every now and then, and I have a lot of 6 and 7 inch. I mean, I remember one time I was out with my dad one year, and I couldn't catch them with the smaller baits, but I had to throw these big 10-inch curly tail worms, and we were slaying them on these big 10-inch curly tail worms. So I always keep big 10-inch curly tail worms with me. That's just the way it is. So just remember that there's always a reason to vary your tackle so that when you get out to certain places to fish, that you can do it. You got techniques that are coming into the industry because the technology is getting better, and they want you to buy the stuff, and you probably already have it, just so that you know. So once again, Happy New Year. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all of you who have subscribed. Thank you to subscriber number 1, number 7, number 15, number 35, number 50, and on, and all the numbers in between. I really do appreciate the fact that you value my information that I share with you, my experiences that I share with you, and I hope that it results in you breaking your personal best, your PB, at almost every trip, that your plan is literally to break your personal best on every trip, while, of course, at the same time and as a priority, not breaking your family's budget. Thank you to all of you. I wish you all a very happy year, not just a happy new year, but a happy year and a blessed year and a safe year as a fisherman. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.